And I want you to follow those feelings, follow the triggers, follow the resentment, follow the places that feel uncomfortable. Because on the other side of those hits of feelings and emotion is the clue to your own awakening. What is up, Wavy souls? Welcome back to another podcast episode on the Wavy Self Podcast, where we talk about the healing connection through expression and the endless complexities that come along with it. I am here in my loft recording in video format, so if you want to connect more deeply, I encourage you to open up the video and let's dive into today's topic, which is embodying your multidimensional self. And I know this is a buzzword that we've been hearing in the spiritual community. It is probably so confusing to understand what that even means in terms of bringing that forth, living the embodiment of all the layers of yourself. So first things first, what the fuck does it mean to be multidimensional? Like what even is that? Have you even heard of that? Have you maybe just like tuned into some of the talking in the spiritual community and you're like, what? And just don't even know where to start. Being multidimensional is being yourself, being your full expressed self. It's an embodiment of all the layers that make you you, because each of us are unique. Each of us have different portals of passion. You know, for me, I have a passion in shuffling. I have a passion in content creation. I have a passion in coaching, a passion in teaching shuffle classes, a passion in the way that I dress, a passion in photo shoots, a passion in social change, feminism, and decolonizing my mind. There's so many different places where I devote my attention to because my soul deeply, deeply tells me where to go. And what's been beautiful for me throughout this unraveling over the past year was that I really got to see the many places where I was holding myself back, where I was keeping myself small, where I had an illusion of fulfillment. And if any of this resonates with you, if you're feeling stuck or frustrated, or you keep finding yourself in the same patterns, in the same situations, and you just keep wondering, why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. I'm doing my best. Well, I'm here to validate to you that you are doing so amazing, that we all come with a set of karmic cycles. We all come here on this earth to, let's say, unwind the constriction in the conditioning that we've grown up in. We all have a layer and a layer and a layer that needs to be peeled back so that we can really understand our true essence and our core values and our purpose on this earth. And I know all that sounds really deep and might be a little intimidating, but I promise you that this is not meant to feel constricting and scary and fearful. It's meant to feel expanded, like a breath of fresh air, joyful, excited. You are meant to feel this liberation by doing this work. So when it comes to embodying your multidimensional, fully expressed self, I've come to find out that there's a couple of things that I've walked through in my own process, through my curiosity in this, unraveling. And a great way to summarize that, I'll mention the 7 habits of highly effective people, just because in my program for neurolinguistics programming, they mentioned this. It's called the be, do, have model. Be, do, have. So you can't really pretend to have $1 million in your bank account. You can't speak the affirmations if you don't truly believe it. You can't have it and then become it and then do it. You have to become the identity that you are calling in. And then in becoming that identity, you do take that action And then you can cultivate having that identity that has $1 million in your account. So to kind of bring in another example, you could be a doctor and be incredibly passionate about Pilates. So passionate that you keep having this idea, this download to become a Pilates blogger and talk all about the health benefits of a Pilates blogger. But somehow it's been a year since you've had the idea, since it's been circulating in your mind, since it's had that shelf life, and you might be finding yourself irritated, triggered, having emotional reactions towards the Pilates girly who posts on social media, and that's all she does is just post about Pilates. You might have like an internal eye roll and just keep finding yourself maybe surrounded by people who are pursuing Pilates, who are pursuing blogging, who are pursuing just health and fitness, but yet you're here with this passion that you've not listened to, you've not taken action on. And so in that example, I want you to think about moving through these stages and keeping in mind we do have, I want to add another layer to that and say, when you're in this process, I want you to think about the layers, the corners in your life that you find yourself being triggered, having emotional reaction toward someone, toward things, situations. When was the last time you were around a friend, someone where you felt envious or irritation, or you were so quick to correct them? You were so quick to feel invalidated, to feel unseen. When was the last time, or even check with yourself right now in your body, is there any residual resentment? Is there any residual jealousy, envy, any residual uneasiness that circulates in the back of your mind? And I want you to follow those feelings, follow the triggers, follow the resentment, follow the places that feel uncomfortable. Because on the other side of those hits of feelings and emotion is the clue to your own awakening. And I know for everybody, it's different. And I don't want to sit here and say, and gaslight you into thinking that it's your fault. It's not really about that. It's about having the humility to go into yourself and questioning with curiosity, innocent curiosity. What is this person, thought, thing telling me, showing me, illuminating to me that I am lacking to do for myself? So going back to the doctor example, if the doctor is having an eye roll moment with a friend who's pursuing Pilates blogging, that doctor could ask, okay, in my body, I feel irritation. Who does she think she is? Or he, whoever. Let's just go with she. Who does she think she is? What? Like that, you can't make money that way, right? I'm just thinking like, what are the more instantaneous thoughts that come through? Even if you're not feeding these thoughts, right? Give yourself the time to acknowledge those pieces of yourself. And then ask, okay, am I feeling this way because I'm not meeting something within myself? Am I feeling this way because I've not had sleep? Am I feeling this way because I'm envious and I wish I could do that? Am I feeling this way for any other reason that's within my own personal reach? And I know I just asked yes or no questions and leading questions there, but just to give you an idea that when I have my own experiences or when I've had them, I've shared this before about when I was feeling like it was time for me to step out of my shuffle community and my shuffle space to move into soul purpose coaching, that I was having a lot of moments of like irritation and over analyzing. And it wasn't until honestly throughout the experiences of having that, for anybody who is very intuitive, you probably are naturally already asking yourself, like, okay, I'm having this experience. I know that this is something that is within myself. I'm mirroring this. I'm reflecting on this. It's something within myself. So those were kind of the cycles that I was going through. You know, my awareness was already there when I was experiencing these things. And I had to just like sit with the awareness that this is an experience that's showing itself to me. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just feedback. It's a clue. And it's important to understand that when you're recognizing these aspects about yourself, to have grace and invite more rest and more humility through this process, because it's not about being perfect. It's actually just about accepting where you are at.